Hi, welcome to Fearless Ambition Magazine. My name is Crystal O'Connor, and I am here today with Mike Wagner. Mike Wagner is the CEO and founder of White Rabbit Group, and he specializes in branding and helping businesses brand themselves.
That's
exactly
right.
That's one of the most important things you do. You go
Yeah.
around speaking, and you help businesses grow by explaining some of the main components of branding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things you say is branding is more than just logos and taglines. It must be proven through results. Tell me what you mean by that.
Well, one of the things that many business owners struggle with is what is branding. You just need understanding it. And their instinct is to think that it is logos and taglines. And if you're starting a new business,
people put a lot of effort into that.
Unbelievable effort.
There is a point where it's very important because it draws them in. It's the invitation.
Yeah, it's not unimportant, but it's sometimes a disproportionate interest in that.
Okay.
And if I'm a leader starting a new business, trying to understand things, I'm probably not a graphic artist. So it's like not an area that I understand, or I'm not a wordsmith, so I don't understand taglines. But what I can understand is how to organize a business and deliver a result or an experience to my customers. And so what we try to do is help customers or help our clients understand that if they're leaders, they can impact their brand just as much as their logo and tagline by creating these very intentional, powerful, branded experiences for their customers and clients. And it's a lot of fun to do, too.
Okay. One thing about Fearless Ambition is it's an attitude. And another part of that is that's very important for entrepreneurs to understand is that to be fearless is part of the entrepreneur's mindset. And how do you gain that, especially when you're just starting out being an entrepreneur and you want everybody to like you? You've got, whether it be you've got a service, whether it is that you've got a product, you want everybody to love it. You have to come to a point where you accept that not everybody's going to love you. Tell me about that.
Well, and that's why I love the title Fearless Ambition, because it speaks to the heart of the courage necessary to create a great brand. And what you have to be willing to do is to recognize that brands are about some people loving you, some people falling in love with what you do, delighting in it, and some people not. Now, we understand that, for example, like with sports brands. We can pick fights over which college team you want and which college team I like, and we divide that way. Well, great brands are that way too. Some people love Apple, some people don't love Apple. Some people like Scions, some people don't like Scions, the Toyota version of that kind of hip young car.
Right.
It's got to be a place where, as a young business getting started, fearlessly you step into this and you say, you know what, we're for these people. We're going to delight them, we're going to amaze them, we're going to astound them. They're going to just absolutely become raving fans. And other people are going to say, not for us. I didn't like it. It's not my kind of experience. And brands are about that kind of fearlessness.
Okay. So defining who your audience is or who your target market is so important in developing your brand.
Crucial. Crucial.
So if I were to start a business online, like so many people are doing, I've got to brand myself. Branding yourself on Twitter is big right now.
Yeah,
How do I do that? You know, one concept that I am seeing that people aren't necessarily getting with Twitter initially is a very simple concept. It's about relationships.
Yeah.
People want to know that you care, that you're engaging, and you really kind of need to put them first. Not everybody, but find what you stand for.
Right.
Okay? And then start engaging that, and you're going to turn some people off, okay, and you're going to attract others.
Yeah. Well, branding is about that exactly. And Twitter, the internet in general, blogging, the social media opportunities that we have is about creating relationship. Well, great brands are about creating relationship. And if you don't get that in the offline world, I doubt whether you'll understand that on the online world. And so you're exactly right. We want to create an intentional relationship that will be of value. That's what brands are about. And that's why people stick with them too. So some people don't understand that yet. They're just kind of pushing content, telling, here's what I sell, almost hammering people. And that's very old school.
It is.
And it's almost a commodity mindset, not a brand mindset. I got a bushel of wheat, why won't you buy it? As opposed to, I got something really special, let's talk about how that might advance your life, help you thrive, help you discover something new.
Asking open-ended questions, don't you agree, is so important. You know, my years in sales led me to understand that. And opening asking an open-ended question leads to understanding that individual and what they want, because I may not have what they want.
Oh, no.
So when you just start selling and you haven't taken the time to understand what that person wants or needs, you basically just almost you have severed a relationship that could have possibly
Sure.
closed a door.
Yeah.
Because that person sees that.
Oh, yeah.
You're all about the sale.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing about open-ended questions is that people will tell you what relevancy looks like if you let them. They want you to know what relevance looks like. They want you to know what it is they want. And if you are willing not to know, it takes, lots of times startup businesses and young entrepreneurs feel like they have to have the answer. And I always say you have to have the question, not the answer. You have to have the willingness not to know what relevance looks like for that person until you allow them to tell you. And open-ended questions is tremendous. In fact, I teach a basic model, I call it the two-question connection. And the two-question connection is opening with an open-ended question to which there is no right or wrong answer, followed with a clarifying question based on the answer you're given. And when people learn how to do the two-question connection, open-ended versus followed by clarifying questions, people tell you everything you want to know. Most businesses are one or two questions away from success. But there's a fearlessness there too.
Yeah.
The fearless ability not to have the right answer right away or give it too quickly.
I like that. That's so true. What is your Twitter name?
Big Wags.
Big Wags. Okay.
It's my high school nickname. I was Big Wags and my younger brother was Little Wags. He didn't like that too much until I graduated. Then he got to be Big Wags.
Funny. So you go all over the nation.
I speak all over.
Helping companies grow by teaching them these concepts.
Yes.
That sound simple, but they're not so simple.
Yeah, they're simple to grasp, but the executing is in the doing. It's in the doing. And we tell people that branding is really a performance art. It's not just a graphic art, it's a performance art. And mastering the performance, mastering great customer experiences, that takes time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, and follow Mike on Twitter. Big Wags.
Big Wags, at Big Wags.
And he's got a blog, and you have seen that scroll across at some point while we've been talking. Thank you for joining Fearless Ambition.